Mr. Stitt? Hey, you got court today. You want to do this? You got court today. You want this? Okay. Let me turn this around. Go.
Thank you.
Hi, Mr. Stitt.
Hi, how are you?
I'm fine. How are you?
I'm fine.
All right. And we are here on 2A05235526, 2A057494, 2A05474797, 3A0147516, 3A0178749, and 3A0275040. There are two cause numbers on the.
Yeah, the county said that the 516 matter is a review, but that's the most recent one, and he was just arraigned on that one.
There's actually two that are in pretrial status.
Oh, there are? Oh, 516 is really a pretrial? Okay. Okay, that
Yes.
was my mistake when I did the order. Thank you. Okay.
And Mr. Stitt is asking this court to accept the plea of guilty as charged with a 5040 matter there, and then on the court's acceptance of the plea, the city is moving to dismiss the more recent 516 matter. I did go over the plea form with Mr. Stitt. I went over the rights he's giving up. I went over immigration consequences. I did provide him a copy of the plea form as well that he has there with him, so he can follow along with your honor. We are asking the court to accept this plea.
Ms. Chen Weller, does the city make that motion?
Yeah, I'm sorry. I thought it was the other way around. That's fine. Yes.
Motion's granted contingent upon acceptance of the plea. So Mr. Stitt, I have a document here entitled Statement of Defendant on Plea of Guilty. Towards the bottom of it, on the line that says defendant's signature, there's no signature there. Have you not signed it yet just because you had no way to sign it?
Correct.
If you had had a way to sign it, would you have signed it?
Correct.
SCORE will give you a chance to sign it after this hearing. Do you promise to sign it at that time?
Yes.
When you reviewed this form with Mr. Iannotti, did he read it to you? Did you read it by yourself, or did you read it together?
All three.
And was he able to answer any questions that you had?
Yes. He was
As
able.
I review this form with you, please stop me at any time if you'd like to ask him another question. Is your true and correct name Robert Kennedy Stitt?
Correct.
And you're 33 years old and have completed more than the 12th grade?
Correct.
You're pleading guilty to the crime of criminal trespass in the first degree. Do you understand the elements of that crime? In other words, what the city would have to prove if you were to take this to trial?
I understand.
By entering into this plea, you're giving up a number of very important constitutional rights. Among these are the right to a speedy and public trial, to remain silent during that trial, or to choose to testify, to see, hear, and question witnesses who would testify against you, to have witnesses testify on your behalf at no expense to you, to the presumption of innocence unless and until a jury were to find you guilty, and to appeal a finding of guilt. Do you understand you're giving up all those rights?
Correct.
Criminal trespass in the first degree is a gross misdemeanor punishable by up to 364 days in jail and a $5,000 fine. Is that your understanding?
Correct.
I know your attorney and the city attorney have an agreed recommendation, but the court does not have to follow that and can sentence you anywhere up to the maximum. Is that your understanding?
I understand.
Do you understand in the event you're not a citizen, a guilty finding on this charge may be grounds for deportation, denial of naturalization, or exclusion from the United States?
I understand.
Did anyone make any promises to you to get you to enter into this plea?
No.
Did anyone make any threats to get you to enter into this plea?
No.
Are you doing this of your own free will?
Correct.
In paragraph 11, there's a statement that reads, on March 9th, 2023 in SeaTac, Washington at the SeaTac Airport, Port of Seattle, I knowingly entered and remained in the airport without lawful authority to be there. I know your attorney wrote that statement, but do you adopt it as your own?
Correct.
Is it a true statement?
It is.
As to the crime of criminal trespass in the first degree, how do you plead?
Guilty.
I will accept the plea. I do believe it's knowingly, voluntarily, intelligently made, and there's a factual basis to support it. Ms. Chen Weller, do Do you have anything to add to the sentencing recommendation? If you could address the reviews as well.
Thank you. It is an agreed recommendation, and it has 44 days credit for time served. And the recommendation on the reviews is 44 days in custody with 44 days credit for time served concurrent. Again, it's a situation where a city would be forced to recommend substantially more jail time if there are violations and if the defendant returns to the airport. Again, kind of at a loss what to do with this defendant. The crisis coordinator reported that she and an outreach worker met with some individuals, including Mr. Stead, yesterday, because I had reported to her that Mr. Stith represented to the court on the 20th for 2023 that he was open to services, and the court had indicated very glad to hear that naturally, and she met with him yesterday and reported back he was adamant he did not want services, even though she reminded him that he represented to the court that he would cooperate at this point, and he'd probably be asked about that again today. And it looks like, because when I reported to her after the 20th that he indicated he was interested in services, previous to that, he had adamantly declined services. So then again, he adamantly declined it yesterday.
Okay. Thank you. Mr. Ionati?
I did not discuss that with Mr. Stitt, but this is an agreed recommendation. Mr. Stitt is not currently working. He's not getting government assistance. And perhaps Mr. Stitt can answer the question as to why is he declining services when they came if he wants to, or would you like to talk to me about that separately, Mr. Stitt?
It's not a big deal. I reviewed what they had to offer, and I decided not to take it yesterday. Yeah.
So what are you going to do?
I'm not really sure. I mean, I still have. Well, I had it. Was Mr. Naw? He's still, in the building, so I can still always get more help, But I decided to decline their offer for an apartment. It's just not something I wanted to do.
So if I follow this recommendation, you'll be out today.
Correct.
So where are you going to go?
I do have a life outside of the site work. I always go to the library. I still have friends. I still have family. There's still a whole 24 hours. I'm, within a day before anything happens. I know because I come here all the time. It looks like, I don't have no life outside of here. But like I said, the way my life is scheduled and the way the airport is sometimes set up, that they just arrest me as soon as they see me without giving me a chance. Sometimes, not everyone's gonna run when they see an officer, while you're walking through the airport going to another location. So every officer is different. Not every time, I'm getting arrested while I'm sitting, so there's been several different cases or instances, but, I do have stuff that I do like to do other than being arrested, so, yeah. But as far as a life plan, it wouldn't be in Federal Way or Seattle, as far as getting an apartment or anything like that.
So where would it be?
I'm not really sure at this point. I would just have to keep figuring it out,
Okay, so one thing I hear you saying is that you are going back to the airport frequently.
Correct.
You can't go to the airport. That's a violation of this court's order. That's a violation of your multiple trespass admonishments from the airport.
Correct.
You cannot go back there.
Correct.
At all, for any reason at all, except if you have a ticket to fly somewhere.
Got it.
But like, I hear you saying that, and every time I talk to you about this, you agree with me, like, oh, yes, I can't, I understand. And then you just
Right.
told me that you go back there all the time.
Right. Well, it's transportation. It's where the trains are in the buses.
Well, it's not. The trains are in the light rail station.
Right.
It's attached, but it's not the airport. You don't have to go into the airport to use the light rail.
You know, there's nowhere to go, so, you know, unless you want to be raped that night or something, and that's something that I don't want.
But I guess, why are you putting yourself in a position?
I'm not putting myself in there. There's nowhere to go, man. Where would you want me to go? It's 12, it's 1 and 2 o'clock at night. Where would you go if you were homeless?
I wouldn't be at the airport in the first
Right.
place.
You've never been in that situation, so you don't know.
Yeah, and I also don't spend time in SCORE.
Say again?
I also don't go to jail.
Right, and I did my time. Let's not forget. Right.
So I also heard Ms. Chanweller saying that if you're arrested again, she's going to ask for significantly more jail.
I understand that, and I'm competent to understand.
I know you're competent.
Thank you.
And yet you keep coming back.
Let's not act
No,
like
Mr. Stiff, I'm kind of being harsh with you because I don't
No,
want
it's
that.
fine, but you don't understand. So I'm telling you, as a black man, as a white woman who's never been on the streets before, you don't get it. So some things I can't communicate to you because you don't understand. So let's get
You're
that.
absolutely right.
Let's get that. Let's get
Mr.
that.
Stiff, you're
Wait.
completely right. You're absolutely right.
You don't get it. There's nothing to do at 10, 11, and 12 o'clock. So you ain't out there. I'm out there.
Well, I also heard you just had an offer of an apartment and turned it down.
No, thank you. There's a reason.
Okay.
Thank you.
I'm going to follow the agreed recommendation, but Mr. Stiff, I really don't want you back here.
I understand that. But like I
Because
said,
I know you've got more to give than this.
right.
Sentencing matter. That's the case ending in 040, 364 days in jail with 304 suspended, 44 days credit per time served, $5,000 fine, all 5,000 suspended. The court is taking 24 months of jurisdiction. I'm making the finding that you're indigent per se by virtue of the fact you receive government benefits and not by virtue of the fact you have no income and not imposing any fines, fees, costs, or assessment. For the next 24 months, you need to attend any future court appearances, have no new criminal law violations, no contact with SeaTac International Airport or the rental car facility except for valid travel purposes. Valid travel purposes mean airport travel purposes, having a ticket to fly, not waiting for the bus. And update your address with the court and DOL immediately. if any changes. Can you still receive mail at the address on Southeast 151st Street in Renton?
13303, I believe so.
Okay. And then turning to the reviews, I'm again following the recommendation and revoking 44 days on each case with 44 days credit per time served. So you'll be released on all those matters today.
Thank you.
I really do wish you the best.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Is there an officer there that you can get FFT or is?
I think I can push this through. No, there's actually not. They actually left.
Okay, I'll let them know.
All right, perfect. Thank you.